All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to Learn to Trade. So people are always asking me about my how I trade because they've been noticing that I've been calling some pretty accurate levels. And I've been learning everything I know from this dude on YouTube. Please go follow him. I'm not even halfway through his shit, but I'm telling you, I've looked at all kinds of traders and I follow multiple traders. But this guy, he's a real deal. This is real fucking science right here. That's what he calls it, his science. And it's very accurate if you learn how to trade this way. So people are always asking me, let me show you what's going on here, show you how confusing it gets. This is Bitcoin right here. And people are always like, dude, what the fuck are all these lines? You got all kinds of trends. People start getting confused. Like, what the fuck is going on, right? So, how about we just go ahead and how about we just fucking delete all this so I can show you guys what I'm looking at right here with Bitcoin in the moment today. All right. So here's the chaos. So let's delete all this and let's just see what actually matters. So when I start trading, right, this is how I do it. This is how I do it, bro. Just go to the highest time frame. Go. You see these little things over here? Go to Trading View, bro. You can put up. You can pull up any chart you like. You know, you can look for stocks and funds and futures, forex, all kinds of shit, right? I'm into crypto, but dude, you can pull up what any chart you want, even if you're just curious. Everyone should be learning this shit because these are the techniques that the big boys use, and most people don't have no idea what's going on with these markets. And I'm telling you, it's easier than shit. All you need are some fucking lines. This is all I'm doing. I'm just drawing lines. But right now, this is Bitcoin on this chart. I have the BTC USDT.P chart because this is the chart that I use when I'm trading on MEXC. Um, a lot of exchanges use the Binance chart for this. So that's why I'm using this one. So this doesn't show me the whole history. And for right now, what we care about is this moment right now. What's happening with Bitcoin right now? It just broke its all-time high, sort of, right? Like it's trying to, but it hasn't really broken out of here. So what the fuck is going on? So how about we just start throwing some lines so I can show you guys how I got my lines. So usually I notice I'll go to the bottom of these ranges, right? And right here, I like to just throw some lines. So let's try this one. Right now, I'm on the weekly. Well, let me see what we can see in the monthly. Yeah, go to the highest time frame. But you see, there's not a lot of information currently to be extracted from here. I don't see any. I'll show you. There's not much. This candle hasn't even closed, so I can't even draw a trend from here for here. This is the reason I was expecting Bitcoin to have a correction too, because if you notice, we have one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 monthly candles. That's never happened in the history of Bitcoin. Like one, two, three, four, five, six. And I went through the history of Bitcoin and I went through the history of gold, bro. And I didn't see no 7 green monthly candles ever. So I knew there had to be a correction. And also the way this TA works, I should have been able to. I don't have a trend yet. This there was no red candle because when you're doing these lines on the bottom side, you got to go from red to red candle, right? And on the top, you want to go from blue to blue. So I don't have any blue to blue to draw here, and the red hasn't even closed yet, so we have no information. So okay, so let's go back to the weekly. What's the bottomest point of this area? What's this point right here? And I'll throw one line. Ooh, look, that gives you some cool information on the weekly. Um, you went under this trend, and once you broke over it, look, you found support, you found support again, we found support again, right? This is when Bitcoin's hitting all time highs. And now, once it broke, it's telling us that Bitcoin is going to have a little correction, right? What else do we see here on a weekly? Oh, well, how about this red candle right here? You want to look for these areas, either here or here. These are all important areas that Bitcoin is going to hit. And it doesn't really matter if it's the wick right here, right, or the body. This is where you got to go check out Cotton TA, Cotton Candy TA. Everything I'm learning from him. And I haven't even scratched the surface of his shit, but you should go check out his shit for more detail, right? I'm just giving you the down and dirty so you guys can just throwing lines, because his shit's gonna take you a long time to master, right? It's like taking a PhD course. It starts easy, but it gets fucking crazy. Anyways, here's one line, right? Oh, also on the weekly. Oh, okay. So when you check out my TA, I use different colors in cotton, right? I just like to keep it easy. He has these random fucking colors that make no sense to me. He uses. I just so I these different colors mean different time frames. So the highest time frame I've used is the monthly right here, right? And for the monthly, I use the red. The next time frame over is weekly. I just use these standard ones: weekly, daily, 4, 1, 15, 5, 3, 2. I mean, 3 and 1. Those are the only time frames I use. I don't get all fancy with 3 month candles or 2 hour candles, 6 hour candles, 12. I don't know. I don't fuck with those. Just doesn't matter, in my opinion. So right now I'm on the weekly. So for red, I use monthly, weekly, orange, daily, yellow, 4 hour green, 1 hour, this other aquash green, 15 minutes is baby blue, the 5 minute I use this dark blue, 3 minutes I use the purple nurple, and the pink stink for the 1 minute, baby. And sometimes if I have like higher levels of information, I use like white or gray just for why not. That's why you're gonna see color. So right now we got this orange and orange. You see, this is on the weekly level. Let's throw another fucking line. Oh, sorry, not that guy. You come over here. You grab one of these tools. You see, you got the use the ray. Okay, these are like pretty much the only two tools I use: the ray and the fucking horizontal ray. Okay, that's all you need, bro. You can make a lot of money this way, just throwing fucking lines at this shit. I'm telling you. All right. So let's go back to the ray. Look, let's go to the next candle. So see how I use this candle, but I can't go to the next red candle. On the bottom right, red to red to red. But I can't go here because right here it hasn't broken yet. You see how this orange line is still touching the body? So you got to go to the next open body, which would be right here. So now you have, so usually, and then we have one more. Let me draw one more here. Boom. And if you notice, especially right here, what I what always happens is once you lose a trend, this once we lost here, right, we went down to touch here. And once we lost here in the weekly, we went down to touch the next one. So, and same thing on the upside, right? If you gain it, you're gonna go back to test the next one. And right here we were trying to there's probably another line that I haven't that we can draw here, but yeah, but now we lost it here, right? So I've been expecting Bitcoin to come fucking over here and retest this orange line at least, if not this fucking orange line, worst case scenario. Which makes sense because look, it's in there's this big area of support right here. There's this big fucking level right here, this whole level, like Cotton likes to call them. And you're gonna get a bounce. Maybe the price doesn't hold right here. Maybe the price continues to go to this level right here, this inverse level. Um, but it's still gonna bounce right here. And when you're doing like high leverage and you're in and out of trades in minutes, sometimes hours, then all you need is a bounce. It doesn't matter that the price is not gonna it's gonna continue to dump. There's gonna be some sort of bounce. You're gonna have some sort of time to get out if you see the right signs. If you stick around, you'll see. All right. So on the weekly, this is all we got, dudes. So like I said, that's why I'm waiting for Bitcoin to touch this orange line because you'll see this play out over and over again in these charts. So let's go down to the daily. So now you get to see more clearly what happens, right? Look, exactly what I'm telling you. And I just drew, look, we only drew like 3 lines right here. These lines are from this point right here to this point right here, that point and that point, right? But okay, so at this point in time, right? You already were bouncing here, so you already knew that you already known that once you lost this, you were gonna test down here. So if I would have been here not long, and then I see this happen, and the price starts, um, so if you're here, right, and once you see this break, which is this candle, when you see this line break on the weekly or daily Usually, if it's not a fake out, then that means you're gonna continue to the next one. So we fell here, and that's usually what happens. You lose the trend, you come back, you test, and then you fall to the next level. You come back and test, you fell, next level. Once you lost it here, boom, right to the next line. Look how accurate that was. And then once you lost this line, this was a fake out. Oh, this is on the daily, right? So we didn't really lose this on the weekly. So there was never another level to be hit. Yeah, because look, it was just a long wick. Anyway, so let's go back to the daily. So what the fuck am I seeing on the daily? All right. So on the daily, let's draw some. What's the highest point you see on this part of the move that you care about? What is the highest point? Well, the highest green candle I see is this. And there was one trend right here at some point, and once you broke out of this trend, you went back, and then you made another trend. See, we can do this again from here, from this candle to this candle, right? Green to green. What's the next one? Green to green. But there's not a lot of information here. I guess it means that Bitcoin could down here and retest, but I mean, that's 40,000. I guess it could happen, but so maybe it could be predicting the future, right? A really bad drop. Bitcoin could come to touch this line again in the future. So right now we're in the yellow daily. Remember, don't get confused with your time frames because your time frames do matter. So these two candles, they're in the past. So from here, we can go to here, let's say. Oh, see, so that's a good line. The next one over would have told you a lot of information. Once you broke out of here, you hit, it was resistance. Oh, wait. Yeah, you never were able to break through, lost it, came back, tested the next one, hit your head again, broke out, fake out, tested again, you lost it, you lost it, you hit it as resistance, and you came back down. And this is what we're through. Right? I'm still waiting. See, once we lost this orange line, I've been waiting for this orange line to get hit. And we're almost there, in my opinion. And we only have this much because right now, if you can tell, we're inside this fucking triangle, dude. So Bitcoin is just going to sort of be bouncing right inside this triangle. It's either going to go down, which is, I'm pretty sure it is, at least to here, at least. But if it loses this, it could come back down to this line. And this is sort of where I've been waiting to buy altcoins. I think that's when the dominance will flip. I can show you those charts later, but for now, let's just keep it simple, right? So, I don't think this is gonna happen, and even if it does happens in the future, right? If this dumb happens, so this is too much information for now. We don't want to drown ourselves with too many lines, right? So from this point to this point, the next open candle, it's not here. It's this guy right here. Does that tell us anything? Yeah. Yeah. If Bitcoin comes from here, it's going to come and test here. It's going to keep hitting its head. So, and now also on the bottom side, we can do the same. So you can see where this pattern I've been looking at. What is the most bottomest red candle you see inside this area that we're working in? The structure is getting built. You see how this is structure right here. This is not structure. This is just price rising quickly. These areas don't give us any information, really. You're looking for things like this, structure. This is what we call structure, right? The more structure you have, the more support or resistance you build. All right, so the bottomest candle is this guy, and it's going from red to red on the bottom. It told you, look, if you would have been this trade right here and Bitcoin hit all-time highs, you would have been cool. Look, boom, you would have held it right here. You would have been cool. And once you broke this candle right here, you would have been like, okay, I'm out. Because you already knew that this was a new trend that was being formed and Bitcoin was probably going to come and retest over here. This candle broke. The price, you usually have a chance to get out. It will usually come and retest back here. Bitcoin didn't really quite do that at that time, but it did come and test again, right? before it got rejected, fell again, and got rejected again, and now it's coming down. I think for sure we're coming here, 100%. It's already been lost. Bitcoin's not going anywhere until it gets above this line, and this is the real line that matters. So this line is sort of just a placeholder for now. This is the real trend we want to break. That's probably when the bull's really gonna start. When you see Bitcoin break out of this yellow line, and this pattern goes up to here, which is Saturday, May 25, the 25th of May. So we have a week before this pattern has to either bust up or bust down. I think we're gonna have a quick little bust down before we go up. So that's why I have some fucking bags on the side ready to buy some altcoins because that's when, like I said, I think Bitcoin's gonna flip dominance. So, anyways, so now you guys see. Oh, okay, so once you broke out that, if you were trading, look how much it would have been able to save to you, right? What else does it tell us? What's the next one say? From here to here. There's not a lot of information, but in the future, it could be a place where Bitcoin's gonna hit its head for sure. So let's go to the next one. From here to here. Yeah, this is sort of the same trend, right? Even if you didn't have this cool weekly trend like I did, you would have had this daily right here, right? And once you lost this guy, you need to get out on this candle because usually once you lose a trend, you're gonna come back and like hit your head on it, and that's when you know to get out before you go to the next level. And that's what we're doing right now. People that got out here are probably sitting pretty. They're waiting for lower levels, at least here and perhaps lower. I've been waiting for here to buy altcoins. I've been waiting for like this trend to get hit at least. But now you guys are starting to see what I'm seeing, and these things get respected over and over again. Anyway, so from here to here, the next one is here. So this is the pattern. This is the most current pattern we're in, and these charts, it's almost like you go from pattern to pattern. Like one day you're bouncing inside this triangle over here. Once you break this triangle, you create this larger triangle. Once we break this one, we're gonna be playing inside of this triangle. And if we fall here, we're gonna be bouncing inside these triangles. That's just sort of what these things like to do. Right? Um, so I'm expecting Bitcoin to code here. Have a bounce, maybe whoops, like a hit before we get those god candles, and we start liquidating some of these people right here. Probably not until after the here. What day is this? Maybe after Tuesday, May 14th. I don't know. I think May could be a little bit red too, but maybe not. Maybe it's just like a long wick. But April's gonna be red for sure, and May we'll see. But I think May could be red too. I think by around my birthday, the end of May, baby. Um, Memorial Day weekend around there. I think it's gonna be time to party, baby. I think that's when the bull run's gonna start kicking off, in my opinion. Just from the TA itself, that's what it's telling me. That this is our deadline. But before that, I'm expecting a little bit of pain. People are not that scared yet. People are not freaking out yet. They're not doubting their their bags right now yet. I mean, we already lost some altcoins already lost 50%, but but people are not. They're still very confident, too confident, and the markets like to punish people. It's always like, where can we inflict the most pain on these people? How can we freak these fucking people out the most? And that's how they do it. But if you know how to draw these stupid little simple lines, then you're gonna see what the market makers are seeing. You're seeing things before the AI and these fucking algorithms see things. You do look at these trades that get hit over and over again. If you know when these look, this never broke. This candle is not broken because it's red. If it would have been a blue candle, it would have been broken. But there is fake outs. Like there is fake outs sometimes. It also depends on the time frame, right? Like right here, it did break, but this is on the daily. This trend is weekly, so it came back, found support, lost, try to lose it again, and then yeah, off to the races. So this is Bitcoin, guys. We just threw a couple lines. So do you guys see what I see? I think right now maybe tomorrow we wake up and Bitcoin's over here, dude. But it doesn't mean it's gonna break out. It's probably gonna come and hit its head right here. Let's draw a couple areas of interest now on the daily. On the top, you have this. You can use either here or here, right? And we're using the daily, so let's do, remember, yellow. Monthly, weekly, daily, 4, 1, 15, 5, 3, 1. Okay? Right now we're in a daily. There's one level. Oh, so on the top, I'm looking for these whole levels that haven't been hit. And you can find these whole levels on multiple time frames. So I like to, I could choose here or here, but I think the price is probably gonna hit its head here right before it comes to here. The price could come all the way here to fake everyone out before it does have a dump too. But as long as it doesn't, once you see Bitcoin trying to build support above this yellow line, it's time to party, baby. In my opinion, this is gonna be the final boss right here. But once you start building structure up here somewhere, we're good. Okay. Um, but Bitcoin's gonna dump unless it could find break above this first. You see, so there's a lot of information. It's just which one are we paying attention to right now? Right now, baby. Well, it depends on your if you're trading right now or for like a long term basis, I guess. Um, any levels on the bottom? There's this daily right here. This is gonna be if if Bitcoin comes here, this is gonna be the best buys. This is where you buy. This is where you sell your wife and kids. This is if you see Bitcoin here, just throw money at any altcoin. Doesn't matter, dude. Everything from that point is gonna rise. Once Bitcoin hits a bull run, right? It's gonna be like popcorn. It might take a couple weeks or months with altcoins, but not really, dude. People are fucking greedy, dude. As soon as people are just waiting for that green candle, and our alts are gonna be back to 20, 30% higher than they are right now already. This is just how it goes. But I still think we're gonna dump. I don't know about today because we still have a little bit of room to go, you know. So I think we're gonna hit our heads here first, at least. Maybe even fake out people and go all the way over here. But I'm still waiting for this orange line, son. What do you guys think? But I'm really waiting for this one right here. Right here, baby. Woohoo! That's gonna be the big money, baby. All right, so and on the 4 hour, what do you got going? Look, this is where you start seeing the power of accuracy in your charts. When you go into these lower time frames, when you work, you always want to work your way up from the higher time frames. You notice how I went from from the monthly to the weekly to the daily, and now we're in the 4 hour, and that's how you get accuracy to the max, son. To the max. Look at this. Look how these levels just get respected. It's amazing. I don't even understand. This is human psychology in in like a visual way. When you just draw these lines, it tells you what seemed like chaos before, right? When you turn um these when you hide everything, right? Look, it just looks like chaos. It's just pure chaos if you don't understand what you're seeing. As soon as you turn these lines on, now you have access to information that others don't. Look at that. Once you broke out of here, you could have sold. You could have bought here. You could have sold. Could have bought here, right? And then if it broke against you, you get out. You get out. This candle broke. You should have been out. You got in here somewhere. This broke. You're out. All right. You lose a little bit. Now you take a short. Boom. All right. Take some profits. Once you broke out of here, god damn. Those are, but yeah. See what I'm saying? Amazing. And you can do this anywhere. Where to buy, where to sell. So this is where Bitcoin is, guys. What do you guys think? You think we're gonna bounce up here, or is Bitcoin about to break? There's a couple 4 hour candles here trying to break out of this daily trend. Bitcoin has to now get above here. Can Bitcoin break above this 4 hour? Um, this 4 hour here has been tested. There's a 4 hour up here that hasn't been tested, but you could use here, you could use here. All these have been on this level has been not tested. Um, but how do you find these levels that are more interesting than other levels? That takes a little bit of time, but you always want to go for these at the top of these where the charts take a turn. Those are the levels, the grittiest levels. And if you're taking trades, you want to. I like taking trades once these patterns break. Like I like taking longs right here. Once the pattern breaks and I see that these long wicks are getting bought or whatever, then I want to get in. Or right here, this would have been a cool trade. I would have found some sort of level right here. Let me see. Look, this line right here. Let's look. Boom. Something always gets hit. It's not random. Look, this was a 1 hour. You could use, like I said, the wick or the body. But look, this fucking whole level had to get hit because it hadn't been hit. It went up and then hit this trend, so it didn't get hit quite yet. This thing got hit first right here. Right here. But then boom, right here at the body. You would have taken a sweet long right here. Now you're back in the pattern. You see? If the pattern breaks, you get out. This is your shield now. If you're doing high leverage, what is this? I do 50x standards. This fucking cotton candy, he's fucking crazy. He does 100x, but I do 50. So let's say you would have gone from here, let's say, to, and you're gonna take profits at this. You think it's gonna hit this trend, or you think it's gonna go at least to this four. So you're gonna get out right now. Okay, so that's, you know, almost 1.92%. But if you're doing 50x on that, um, 2% times 50, son, it's pretty good. You'll be making all kinds of money. Let's see. Do you guys think it's gonna? We already hit his head once. You guys think it's gonna come here? I think so. What are the levels do we have here? Let's see. Well, this guy hasn't been tested. This is 1 hour right here, or it could be here. I would probably take the greediest spot, which is here, because it's closer to this trend. So the price may be trying to come back up here. It may even poke out. But like I said, we still have time in this fucking pattern. So I don't know if it's gonna bust or what. But yeah, Buster Douglas, bro. I don't know if it's gonna bust or Douglas or what. Holy shit. Buster Douglas. But I'm hoping for blood, guys. I'm sorry, but I want to buy more. So I'm hoping Buster Douglas comes and hits Bitcoin in the nuts. But what time would I FOMO in? Well, once, like I said, if Bitcoin's building support up here, yeah, it's time to buy. It's too late. These lower levels are probably not going to happen. But we still got time. We got like a week, guys. We got like a week. Um, Oh, here's some levels I've been waiting for over here. Let's zoom in. Look at these untested levels. You guys think it'll get hit? A lot of people are waiting for here. Everyone and their mom's waiting for these levels right here. I don't know if it's gonna get hit, but maybe. This is on the yes, this is on the 1 hour. Oh shit, let me go to 4. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a 4 as well. Well, there's here, right? There's a 4. But you could also use this point right here too. The price could come and just hit here, and you would have missed. If you get greedy and you're taking this spot or this spot like I would, it's not a guarantee it's gonna get hit. The level could just get supported right here and then have a bounce and never come back. But these levels everyone and their mom's waiting for, which is interesting because it is kind of, wasn't it coinciding with this trend right here? Yeah, which would be perfect because everyone will be freaked out at that point. Because look, we break out of these levels, these lows right here, this low right here, especially. Yeah, that means this trend is dead. This trend is gone. You lost this trend. So, like I said, I've been waiting for this level, but because I already knew once you broke here, you're gonna come to here. How did I know that weeks ago? Well, just because I drew these three simple lines. Is it gonna play out or am I tripping? We'll see. We'll see. I think it's gonna get hit. This, I don't even know how these things happen. It's almost like magic. I just draw them, and look, it's starting to look like chaos, right? To someone that doesn't know what they're looking at. But now you guys see what I'm seeing, and now we're gonna see if these things are gonna play out. But when you're trading too, it's easier said than done. Trusting your TA is easier said than done, especially like, yeah, if you took you're trying to take a long right here, you think it's good, like, oh, the price is gonna bounce, and then this happens to you. Your emotions might tell you to get out, like, oh, I fucked up. We're going over here, like I always thought, and then boom, get liquidated. So acting on your TA and executing it, that's a different story. I'm still working on that, and that's why I like. People say that TA or trading is gambling, and perhaps it is, but it's also it teaches you valuable life lessons, especially life lessons that I needed. Um, Especially when it came to discipline. My parents were pretty sweet, but at the same time they didn't like push me to do shit. There was not a lot of discipline forced upon me. But this forces me to be disciplined about my charts and how you got to keep track of this thing if you want to win. And also like not chasing candles. I'm always chasing girls, and that's no bueno, bro. So I'm learning not to chase candles. Like when you miss a move, you miss a move. You gotta let it go. Or when you're about to, you gotta cut your losses. Sometimes you hold on to things in life that you shouldn't. So you fucking, there you go. You're holding on to losses, holding on to bags. I've done that. I pretty much did this whole past fucking bear market. I got pwns. That's why this channel is called Learn to Trade. I'm learning to trade with you, and I'm telling you where I'm learning it, and I'm just trying to simplify it for you guys, so you guys can get a little fucking head start, right? And even if you don't trade, dude, you can use this in your own finances and in your 401ks. Like most people don't look at the markets or don't understand how the dollar affects crypto or commodities. Like if the dollar is going up, that probably means that crypto is going to go down. So if you see the pattern before someone else does, you can protect your gains or whatever, or just get into better positions. You don't have to gamble and use crazy leverage like I fucking do at 50x, right? But look how much more awesome you would have been if you 3 lines. These fucking 3 lines right here would have given you a crazy glimpse. I think there's a fourth one that hits this top. Where is it? Let's go back to it. But it was like it didn't really follow the rules, but I've been trying to use this and I've noticed it works for some reason. If I go from the same pattern right to the top of the red one, or I think it was this one. Yeah, look, this would have given me like a pretty good top. Not the top, but I think it was another. Where did I find? It was one I had found that gave me almost a perfect. Might have been on the daily. Because you could do this with the weekly, but you could also do this with the daily. Look, I could go from here to here. Did that tell me something? Yeah. At one point it did. But from here, where's the next one? From here to here. Wow. Wow, dude, look at that. So, yeah, but to know what data matters, you see, it's interesting. That takes a little bit of practice and skill, and you got to keep playing with these lines. But as you guys can see, it's just fucking lines, guys. It's just lines. You just follow a couple of little rules and just get a glimpse into this shit. Um, so I hope that was useful. Hopefully, I didn't talk too much. Peace.